let me tell you the problem I got with the design of this world and the design of like everything that's going on. I got a bone to pick.
I viewed editing notes for God.
I got a bone to pick. We need to improve these in the next patch, otherwise I'm abandoning this game. Number one, seasons should change when like the equinox happens. It should be, as I said earlier, a flick of a switch.
Instant.
Today is the first day of fall for our area, for our whatever. Is it all of North America?
It's the it's the
Is it the
northern
northern
hemisphere.
hemisphere? Aha! Big brain.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it makes no sense. Why are we calling it fall and yet I gotta have like 86
I mean,
coming
it's
around the
the
corner?
start of fall. It's not the peak.
Yeah, and the start means that the temperature drops by 20.
Every fucking tree better have
Everywhere,
colorful
they
leaves.
better turn overnight. They better get ready to take a
Those
nice
pumpkins
long
have
nap.
their days counting.
They're
going to be jack-o'-lanterns.
They gotta get they gotta get them tuxedos ready because they got an important date coming up. Yeah, I don't know. It bothers me. And I know it's a me thing, and I know it's like a whatever, but I agree with you because it's like in my mind, I want things to be like spooky and hella scary and all that. And I have been living that way, but I'm behind on my movies, behind on my 61 for 61. I see some spooky season decorations, but like it doesn't really hit until you get that crisp, cool air. And then you're like, oh, that was getting real spooky. What's that shadow in the corner? We're losing sunlight. Now I'm starting to get scared. Like that's what I need.
Yeah.
Can things be scary when it's hot outside?
No.
I feel like no.
The only thing scary is how the homicide rate increases because people fucking hate being around each other.
Exactly. The heat, summer is not a scary time because you're just scared of like
it's
actual.
Scary
like,
how high the electric bill is.
Hey, oh,
woo,
yeah, yeah. It's just you with the top hat,
and the cane,
and then the cane comes out and swoop, swipes you off.
And that's it. That's it. Yeah. I'm done with the episode.
So the weather needs to get cooler. I need it for my mental health, for my ability to be like Ranch and start dressing. And another thing, I feel like I have no style, and I want to get a style.
Oh God, yes, your identity crisis. Yeah.
It's like I use the phrase, I know who I am, but I don't know like how I want to dress, essentially. It's like I need to find myself in the sense of like I need to find a style.
That's fair.
And I think I can only really find it when it's cold.
Valid.
So I don't know. But anyways, here we are.
You're not living your best life.
No. Big no.
Yeah, big not purr.
Big anti-purr. Big bark.
Big rup.
Big harumph.
Harumph. Big woof.
What the hell is a harumph?
Harumph.
Not a lot of people harumph.
It's like a disgruntled sound.
I like it. We need more harumphs.
Oh, you got one right here.
Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the Sho-Dependent podcast. We're starting it now. It's me, Mr. Anti-Fashionista. I'm Mr. Not Fashion right now, but I will become Mr. Fashion by year's end. That's my goal.
When the temperature drops below 60 degrees.
That's my goal. I'm gonna
better watch
out. It's Eddie here, struggling to figure out what to wear, but it's fine because I'm not struggling up here.
Well, that's good. I haven't had a mental breakdown.
It's a nice change. It's a nice change from my last year. It's
a little concerning. I'm on edge.
Things are going too well.
What's gonna happen?
The old familiar. Oh no, Eddie, things are going good. Something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like in the bear.
The therapist said you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know. The therapist is right, but it's so easy to do.
Oh, it's so much fun because then I have an excuse.
Yep.
I have a reason.
Well, anyways. That's enough psychoanalysis for the first 10 minutes of this episode.
Myself, as always, is the enigmatic.
Oh, thank you.
The awe-inspiring.
The still somehow employed Kayla. Hello, everyone.
There she is. Somehow.
Not employed by this podcast, but
you're employed. You're on the payroll. The problem is that we got zero money coming in, so
and
we're
zero
going out.
Well, yeah, no, a lot of money going out. Let's be honest, we're bleeding.
Me fucking frantically searching the receipts. Buddy's got his little hat on and he's punching the
Yeah.
numbers. And just, oh,
Meow.
boss. I don't know how this is
Meow.
gonna go. He calls me
Just a
boss
confused
papa.
shrug.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's rough out here, but
Yeah, well,
at least I can enjoy a pumpkin treat now, you know?
Oh, every now, oh my God.
That
Yeah.
pumpkin muffin we had this morning?
Yeah. Oh,
Zooey mama.
big yum.
Big yum. We gotta stop.
Today,
It's
that's my new
so
thing I've been doing this
cringe.
last week. It's just I found it's so much fun to put big in front of like what are they? Onomatopoeias? Superlatives?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I've been a fan of saying big yeet. Been saying that a lot in my head and aloud at
Oh,
home.
great. Awesome.
Big yeet, big purr, big sleigh.
Yep.
We should get started.
Please let us.
What are we talking about here?
Today, we're going to be talking about
Boy.
a really creepy thing from any real 90s kids' adolescence, I'd say, in America anyway. I don't know if this is an international thing.
I pictured, sorry,
Um,
I pictured that when you say, and from now on, when we say 90s kids, we just hear like a faint, like ska tune in the background.
oh, that's nice. See, I just
Da,
imagined
da,
you and
da, da,
I
da, da.
in color block, like vinyl sweatsuits. Not vinyl. What's the swishy material?
Damn.
Like windbreakers. And you get
Yeah.
the ripaways
Oh my God. Rip
underneath,
away to
matching
Revere,
shorts.
longer pants underneath.
That is the silliest bit
Mm-hmm.
that has been in your mind for a
Everyone's
minute.
got
You're
to have
wearing
a bit.
shorts, but you rip away the shorts, and then underneath the shorts, full length pants.
Pants.
How did he do that?
Oh, magician. Yeah, we're talking about sorry, I cut you off, but
You really did. You tend
we're
to do
talking
that
about some
sometimes.
tales, scary things, continuing this horror journey that we're sort of doing, and just sort of giving you like early horror from our early lives.
Hmm.
Just the introduction bits, kind of like, when I look back at it, it's almost like obviously I know it's horror now, but in the past I just kind of perceived it as like random scary things that were around. Like I
Mm.
didn't really understand that like it was like a genre
Yeah.
until I was like older, maybe
You
like
didn't
12,
know what a
13,
genre was in your
teenagers
own
and stuff.
defense.
No, I was a dummy and still am.
Yeah, a little, but you've gotten better.
But we're gonna be talking about scary stories to tell in the dark. Now, this is a series of 3 collections of short horror stories for children.
Quote unquote.
It's written by Alvin Schwartz and originally illustrated by Stephen Gamble, spelled Stephan. Stephen? I wonder if
Stefan.
it's Stephen or is it Stephen?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Gamble. The books are entitled Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which came out in 1981. More Scary
Yikes.
Stories to Tell in the Dark in 1984.
Woo.
And Scary Stories 3, More Tales to Chill Your Bones in 1991. So I was only alive for the publication of one of these.
Me too. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you
damn.
were
I
not
wasn't alive.
alive. Yeah. Which is pretty
Stolen
crazy.
Valor. My bad.
Yeah, nice try. Not yet. You're not certified 30 until next year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to be talking mostly, well, not mostly. We are only going to be talking about the first book in this
Yeah.
franchise, although the others have insanely famous and good stories as well. And
Yeah.
in fact, the film Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark that was made, that's actually pretty good, released in 2019, it feels like it takes more from the later books and not really the first.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I think the only thing it takes from the first book is the big toe. And
Blech.
like the other ones, like the Scarecrow, the Smiling Lady, like the Red Spot and all that, those are like in books 2 and 3,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting. But yeah, scary stories to tell in the dark. Should we get to the meet cute? Oh my God, that was super good.
Thanks.
What's that?
I don't know. I just channeled it. It's a meet cute baby. It's how we met this thing.
They were headed towards a gloomy, spooky house, unaware of the dangers that lurked ahead.
1981.
I was not alive. Don't
There
worry
you go.
about that.
Good start.
But you know what was alive and well and is not doing as live and well
Cocaine.
as it used to be? Cocaine and also libraries.
libraries.
Specifically, the school library.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because that is the first place I encountered these books.
There you go.
And the only reason I knew about them is because the cool kids checked them out. And I was like, that's a little scary. I don't think I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go and look at the pictures in the books. And I was like, oh my God, that is too much for me. I do not even think I could read these words on my day of fright. And then, yeah, I remember my friends just like, that book was constantly checked out. It was a very hard thing to find. And when you did find it, it was not in great condition because I don't know if you know this, kids are very irresponsible and they treat things like shit.
I don't know if you're aware of this.
Very torn up, broken spine,
Damn.
torn pages, repaired to the best of the librarian's ability and budget. But what are you going to do? Do you remember when you first kind of encountered these books?
Oh, absolutely. Elementary school. Elementary school library was awesome. It was great. Outstanding. Fantastic. Other words, adjectives to describe the fun that was elementary school libraries, especially back in the day, as you were saying. Like, you know, I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah.
I was alive when the third book came out, was not alive when the first came out in 1981. But you know, the elementary school library, for one, having like library that time, to me, definitely felt like an event.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. You know, going to computers, going to library, going to music, those were like events to me. It really did like feel like, oh, I'm going somewhere else.
Yep.
You were just like excited. You were excited for like books, excited for like physical media. It felt great to like hold it in your hand.
And when I was in school, you may have not experienced it, but I feel like I went to school during like the peak times of like the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, them shits,
those were so hot.
Dope. Oh yeah.
Everybody's like, look at this dude. He has his tongue cut in half. Like it was always like kind of like the gross out wow factor.
Those were the hottest ticket in the book fair by far. But I 1000% remember seeing this book in the school library. I could like legitimately like picture it in my mind. I can like picture like the shelf it is on. And,
I remember
like,
taking like my bookmarker and being like, there it is. And then I put the bookmarker in and I pull the book off and I'm like,
oh yeah,
I can't do it. Not today. I'm too afraid.
It just felt the evil coming in. So yeah, my friends and I would pick it up and look at the pictures and be like, "Oh man, this is some scary. Look at this shit, dog.
This is spooky.
This shit wild." And you know, well documented, but young Eddie was not a horror boy by any means.
No.
But I was into this, and we'll deep dive in a minute here. But in short, this book definitely like introed me to a lot of legendary scary stories. And along with Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, it began me on my love of horror. So let's get to know it a little better.
Okay. If you say so.
Getting to know each other.
Very good. Excellent work, dude.
So we're going to structure this in a fun, at least I think, a fun way, because
Eddie loves titling shit.
I like
learned
titles.
That so
I
much.
like bold. It's a staple of my wrestling universe that no one gives a damn about but me.
Except you.
Apparently. But I like titles. It sets the tone. And this franchise, this first book we're talking about is called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So we're going to start with part 1. It's called The Scary. Because the main thing that, and I think, you know, Kayla will agree with me on this, I think as a kid, the most striking thing, the number one thing, because we got to judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, we can't read.
Is the cover and the pictures in this book. They were by far the scariest part of this book for a young kid.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like you said, if you see it in, like, you know, second grade, you can't read this. But you can see that damn, like, fucking, I don't even know what it is, like, clown holding a pipe on the cover. And it's just like, what is this? It's right next to Clifford the Big Red Dog. And I'm
Hmm.
like, what's happening here?
This
Is
is
this
different.
allowed? Teacher,
Teacher, this
I
looks like a bad book.
I think you made a mistake.
Yeah, this doesn't belong
Didn't take
here.
this one away. It's gonna hurt me.
Ah, it's gonna bite me. Not
Hmm
the clown.
hmm
But the
Iconic.
art, yeah, it's very iconic. Steven, however you say your name,
Mr.
fucking
Gamble.
Mr. Gamble, you slayed. And
Hmm
may I just say, as Gen Z would say, you ate and
Oh,
left no
it
crumbs.
left no crumbs.
Not a crumb was left.
Hmm hmm
Good Lord. So scary.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're so effective? Or what is the the consensus among like critics, I guess I should say.
The consensus. Oh man. You should put, well, let me tell you this. You
According to
know,
Wikipedia anyway, or at least buddy sources.
let me tell which is Wikipedia.
There you go.
Buddy
He's
does
one
his due
source.
diligence. He searches Wikipedia
He
and
doesn't have
says
access
that's
to
it.
peer-reviewed journals,
No,
okay?
no, no.
So we make do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for one, this man, Mr. Gamble, illustrated a whole lot of books. He even wrote some himself. But
Oh.
one of his most famous, I would argue, probably his most famous from what I saw, is this series. Uh, they've been collectively, for one, you want to say like what critics think, collectively been hailed as a cultural touchstone for a generation.
That's
These
wild.
books were, with the original charcoal and ink artwork by Gamble often singled out for praise.
Yeah.
A little controversy here. In 2011,
Oh.
HarperCollins published editions featuring new art by a man called Brett
Boo.
Hellquist, and I saw some of it. It's very much like toned down. It's like not, it's
As
not as like
gritty.
gritty, not as scary. It's definitely just like it's like not as like real. It's like face
It's like
tuned.
babified.
Mm-hmm. They yassified the fucking scary stories to tell in the dark.
Ew.
Yeah, so it caused a lot of controversy amongst the fans of Gamble, and subsequent printings since then have restored the original art, and it's easy to see why.
That last
Because
part's an opinion, but
this
yes.
art is definitely what are you talking about?
I'm just saying it's not a fact, that's an opinion.
Okay, all right,
That it's
wow.
easy to see
I,
why.
I
But
wasn't aware that we were doing this today.
I'm sorry, I agree with your opinion though.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
The art is definitely just, I think what it is and why it's so striking is because it's like it's not toned down. It's
Mm-hmm.
like very much like
It
in
feels
my eyes pretty
very adult.
realistic. Oh yeah. It
I
feels
mean, it's
adult.
interesting because it's like a caricature, but it's
Yeah.
more realistic than like the cartoons that we would see in other picture books.
Right. Because one example that comes to mind is the picture for Dead Man's Bones, I think, where because the reason I think about it is because the new art in 2011 it showed like a skeleton like dancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the original, it shows like a decaying body
Yeah.
dancing. So like you barely see the skeleton. Most of what you see is like decaying flesh and like a
Yeah.
smile on a dead body's face, and he's dancing. And it's like that's a level of like realness that children don't often see.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you look at a skeleton and you can kind of see like, oh, that's a little goofy, that's a little funny. It's cleaned up, it's
Mm-hmm.
polished. But decaying flesh
Ugh.
is not, I feel like a lot of kids don't really think about that. I
No.
don't really think about like the in between. They don't really think about like the realism
The
of like,
process.
yeah, what a dead body looks like. And
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of these have, like body parts
Mm-hmm.
bleeding, they're cut up, it's not clean, it's just wild proportions.
Yeah. Oh God. One in particular is extraordinarily silly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
But
I was scared to pick up these books.
Oh yeah, some of them like the ghost ones, like they're legitimately like terrifying depictions of like a phantom, of like
Mm-hmm.
ghouls and like zombies. And I don't know, there was definitely a part of me like as a kid, I remember the reason I remember it so much is because I looked at it and I was like, oh, what the fuck? You kind of
Yeah.
like jump scare
Kind
yourself
of
in the
sticks in your
library.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the covers themselves, because obviously there's like the clown as like assumed kind of like clown looking thing with the red and blue and
Mm-hmm.
the pipe, but there's also like the other cover that's like a scarecrow type thing, and they're
Yeah.
both very striking.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's like seeing that in the library, uh, it's just so crazy. And you have a big reason as to why that is.
Yeah, my theory is like why it's so memorable is like the juxtaposition of the traditional like children's book or books for
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
which are usually very colorful
Oh yeah.
and bright and,
Mm-hmm.
essentially eye candy. And these books are
Absolutely.
the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It is a lot of text and not a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And the pictures that are there are very dark
Yeah.
and
I mean,
just
I mean, I mean, just
very
imagine seeing like
weird.
the cover of these right next to like I don't know what was big back in the day. I mean, Clifford,
Yeah,
but
like the
like next,
Boxcar Boys
yeah,
or whatever.
Boxcar, like the Hardy Boys and
Boxcar
all that
Kids, yeah.
stuff. It's just like yeah, they're very bright
Magic Treehouse.
colors. Yeah, Magic School Bus books.
There's a
It's
lot of
just very,
magic.
very clearly like cartoony, very
Yeah.
clearly like just not real, not
Mm-hmm.
realistic. And then you got this thing just staring you in the face. It'll
You're
scare
like,
any like
oh.
8-year-old kid who's not
Mm-hmm.
expecting it, and all of a sudden you're confronted with like what's happening? You're confronted with like the
Ooh.
macabre and real life and decay and like
Mm-hmm.
whoa, what goes on in this book?
What do you mean? Why
Hmm.
is this on the shelf? This looks strange.
But it definitely
Yeah,
piques your interest and
it
makes
really
you want
does.
to
It's
check it out.
really good marketing.
And even if you can't read it yet, which is what, myself and my young friends did back in the day, was we would check it out and just look at the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to each other, look at this one, oh, that one's scary, look at that one and all that. And then it sticks in your mind until you eventually get old enough to, hey, let me read these stories for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to part two. We've had the scary. Now it's time for the stories.
The stories. I just thought of that. There was like a guy on TikTok, and it's like
Hmm.
how people who read horror books
Oh
look
God.
to other people, and it's
Yeah.
just him reading the book, and he's like, oh, oh, and he turns the page, and then like half a second later, he's like, oh.
It's very funny.
It's
The idea of
accurate
like
though.
the idea of like jump scares in a book
It
is
has
very
happened to
funny.
me once,
Oh fuck,
and I was like,
really?
fuck,
What happened?
no, what the hell?
For real?
Yeah, I was just like, God, what the
Got scared by
hell?
some words.
I did. It happens sometimes. Words can be scarier than some real things.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wild.
Well, this first book contains
Yeah.
29.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's right.
lot. And these are thin books, so the
Painting
stories
Web.
are short.
Yeah,
Very,
29
very
stories.
short.
They're 100%, they're Schwartz. He collected them from folklore books, collections, archives, as well as from interviews with informants, apparently, which is that's the most interesting line
That
from
sounds
the
spooky.
Wikipedia. It's like, did he actually meet the ghost
I'm like, what
itself?
do you mean? What do
Hmm.
you mean? Like lost time
Right.
people and yeah.
But at the end of the day, even though, and we'll talk about it, no, never mind. At the end of the day, even though a lot of the themes are mature, this is still like firmly a kid's book.
Somehow,
So the
yeah.
stories are like very condensed, very like cleaned up, clean up some of the details and make some of the things a little more vague. But the book is structured with like they call them jump stories in the
Yeah, which
first
is
part,
really weird.
which we'll get to why those are weird. And I completely forgot that they did this. But then we do ghost stories, a section on that. After that is an assortment of scaries. Then we get more recent stories
Ooh, not
by
the scaries.
put the in parentheses, recent being from 1981 standards. So very old. These are like absolute classics in this day and
Mm-hmm.
age. And I feel like they were classics when like I was in the 90s. But
Yeah.
like by 1981 standards, they were pretty new.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly urban legends. I'm sure most people have like heard of most of these ones. And then we finish with some quote unquote funny stories that
Oh boy.
feel kind of out of place. But at the
Yeah.
same time, not because it is like a kid's thing and it's got to find like some levity and like, it's like you always say, you watch a scary movie and then you watch cartoons before you go to bed. That way
Mm-hmm.
you can you can cleanse the palate and
Yeah.
scrub that brain.
Swish the brain around a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. So we're just gonna talk about some of them because there's 29 and that's
Yeah,
too
we
much
are
to talk about.
not gonna do that. Yeah.
No, but here's some that stand
The
out.
heavy hitters.
And we'll probably start with the heaviest hitter of them all in the first one, I
Mm-hmm.
think, which is the big toe.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Do you want to
Also, feet are
summarize?
disgusting.
I know. Do you want to summarize it real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
In like one or two lines?
Kid finds a toe,
Yeah.
brings, yeah, a big toe.
Oh,
Literally a
well, it's a
human big
pretty,
toe.
yeah, damn, big toe.
Big toe. Big toe.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the toe home. For some reason, his family eats it, no questions asked. And then the guy whose toe it was,
Yeah.
like haunts them
Yeah.
and scares them at the end.
Right. It's wild. Wild ass move by that
Fucking
family. I
crazy.
find myself
They were that hungry.
heavily questioning, yeah, was it a famine? Was this Ireland back in the
Hey, you leave my people out of this.
17? When did this happen?
I don't
16,
know.
1700s?
I wasn't around.
Either way, it wasn't really a famine.
No.
Look it up.
Was racism.
Look it up. Look it
We
up.
blame it on the English. Anyway,
But this, for one, very
fucking
famous.
wild.
They hit us with the line like, "Where's my toe?" Which
Where is my
I
toe?
firmly remembered from back in the day. This one sticks with you, and it's funny though because this is our first. Uh,
Screamer?
yeah, there you go. Thank you
Yeah.
for helping me out. I froze up. I thought I
That's
heard the
okay.
big toe in the background.
Not the big toe.
Yeah, this is our first screamer, which is what they call them, and it has like stage directions in
Which
it.
is
It's
very
like
fun.
which like
As a
what
theater girl, I
hmm
appreciate a good stage direction.
and it's funny because I think that like reading this for the first time as a kid with like no parent or adult explaining this to you, if you read this out loud for the first time, you were probably reading that to your friends,
You're like, scare your friend.
which is very dumb because at
Ah.
the end of like all the screamers it says like something along the lines of like yell the next part or like jump at the friend closest to you or like pick someone and like grab their arm or something. And then they all end with just a big that you're
A
supposed to
big
like
scream.
you're supposed to just scream out and like jump scare your friends.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fun. I'll say this. I think it is a great way to teach you how to tell a scary story.
Yeah, I think that's it's like a good introduction, like script. Because as somebody who has actually like sat around a campfire and listened to and heard
The
scary
Midnight
stories,
Society?
kind of, it is very scary when it's done well.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's
I can
like
imagine.
taken in a serious tone.
Oh God, listen, I love horror, but I am at my core a paranoid boy.
Oh, yeah, you are.
And man, especially back in the day, if you had a young Eddie, first of all,
just
outside at night, I'd been done. That's already too much for me. Let alone you tell me a little spooky tale.
Uh-oh. Guess Eddie's not sleeping tonight.
No, y'all gonna have to stay up with me. Guess what?
Damn.
You did this to
You
us.
made this our problem.
Now we all have to take on my paranoia. Because every 5 minutes I would have been like, dog,
you
someone
awake?
outside, fam.
Oh my God. No.
It's always fun. It's funny when you share your fear with other people. Because at a certain point, if you wake up in the middle of the night and your friend is like, hey, someone's outside, you're going to be like, dear God, are you serious? Either way, your heart's going to jump.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, dang, that's wild. How did you survive? You didn't like scary things.
I accepted my fate. I knew I was going to die, and I was like, well, that's it. Nothing I can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a reference that you don't understand, and
Perfect.
some people will.
What else is new?
I watched In a Violent Nature yesterday, and there was a scene in it where there is a woman who 100% I had to like pause and like think, but she just like 100% like accepted her fate.
Mm-hmm.
And she had what I want to say is a good like 10 seconds, a minute to like
Mm-hmm.
do something. And she
Mm.
was just like, nah, I'm gonna get this fatality done on me.
Fair
And
enough.
I was like, huh. But
She chose freeze.
yeah. We got the big toe. That's a good one. I want to go right to another classic, an absolute
Woo!
classic, one that
This
I
one's
will tell
genuinely
you. Oh
scary.
yeah, the stories in this one pretty good. Big toe a classic, but for me, the urban legends were like
Oh, the
100%
pinnacle.
the ones that like stuck with me and like
Yes.
scared me and shook me to my core.
Yes.
And High Beams
Woo!
is an absolute classic urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
Again, in short, it's essentially a woman driving alone at night. Someone behind her keeps like, tailing her, flashing the high beam. She's like, what the fuck? You know, most people would get scared by that, but especially women.
Yeah, getting followed home.
Getting
Mm-hmm.
followed home by a man, what the hell's going on? Lo and behold, at the end, the man is like, the reason I was doing this was because there's someone in the back of your car. And every time he would try and do something, I would flash the lights and he'd be like, oh shit, to like get him to
Yeah,
stop.
you're gonna see me.
And there's so many variations on this one. Very
Ugh.
famously in the movie Urban Legend,
What do
which
you
I
mean?
love. But man, this scared me so much as a kid. Because it had the air of realism.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with Urban Legends, like, and it's got I'm gonna do my age thing again and all
You're
that
so
in
fucking
the 30s.
old. We get
But like
it.
it legitimately, like back in the day, the stories were spread like this. And like I remember hearing
Mm-hmm.
this story from like friends and like older like kids in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And gullible ass dumbass Eddie would be like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh my God.
Like I 100% believed like the urban legend of like the gangs, like if you flash the lights at them, the
Yeah.
high beams, which is the same name as this one, but a different
Mm-hmm.
story, that if you high beamed them, they would follow you and murder you because it was a
Yep.
gang initiation.
And
Young Eddie,
meanwhile, I am just like, I was taught like that's kind of like what you do to
that's because
drivers who are
white people
driving.
are too nice. Y'all don't know the fear.
We do that to people who are driving without their lights on to help them realize, oh shit, my lights aren't on.
What
So
you're
I always
doing,
give
what you're
people a
doing
little
is
flash.
inviting gang members.
Maybe I do want to get jumped in. Maybe it's a secret
Oh, what is
like
this? Blood in, blood
desire of
out?
mine.
No, 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 no.
Maybe,
That's
I
not
don't
how it works.
know.
I legitimately like, I want to say up until I was like 13 was like,
Probably
this is
older.
100% real.
Could be.
Oh man, I was
I mean, my
shook.
manager when I was working at Bath and Body
I
Works
was shook.
full on believed
Oh
and made
no.
all of us girls. She would walk us out to the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
and make us tell her that we checked the back seat
Because of
before we were
this.
allowed to drive away. And,
High
and I think it
beams.
was because of this.
Oh my God. It's so good.
Hmm.
Because it is like primal fear of like, dear fucking God.
Of like the unknown, of
Oh
like,
yeah.
just the innocuous becoming sinister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't even think about it. And it's just like, and another urban legend we'll talk about later does this, but it's the unknown of like you thought you were alone,
Yeah.
and the whole time someone else is there. It's like why frogging with a PH,
Oh my God.
where people hide and like live in your house with you, and you don't know. It's why
Oh.
that's so scary because it's like
Woohoo.
what the fuck? It's
Ew.
insane.
That made the hair on the back of
Thinking,
my neck
just thinking
stand
about
up.
it, like really thinking about it, is enough to like give you the fucking heebie-jeebies, give you los escalos.
Escalofrios.
It's
Donde está?
it's
Aquí.
it's so effective. It's very well told in this,
You didn't
and
laugh at my Spanish at all.
loved it. Loved it, but I'm locked in.
Fair enough. You're on your Apple box, whatever.
It's crazy. It
Soapbox.
had me. It got me. I saw it in the movie Urban Legend. I was like, hey, yo, I've heard
Mm-hmm.
about this. And then I later figured out, yeah, that's because it's mostly not true.
Mm.
And it's just
Imagine
a
that.
and it's just a tale that like white people tell each other to get scared. And to make a villain out of others.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cold as Clay is the next story.
Ooh, it's a banger.
It's pretty good.
It's a
I like it because it
banger.
rides that like miracle slash
Mhm.
like
Speaking of miracle, I'm gonna
I
hit
don't
you with
know.
this. It's a
Yeah.
retelling of a story called the Suffolk Miracle.
Hmm.
And it's funny, timely. Sometimes, I think our planning out just works out because I think the closest thing I could compare this to that we just talked about is the final scare at the end of like kids' Halloween
Oh
specials and stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
Because it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you get in this one, uh, this woman falls in love with like a farmhand essentially. And the dad doesn't think he's good enough for her, so he like moves away, essentially splits them up. The guy dies, but then the zombie version of him shows up and like, oh, gets the girl. They like go back to the dad's house. When they get there, he's not there anymore. So they're like, what the fuck? So they go dig up his grave. And while they were traveling, the girl had given the zombie like a bandana or a handkerchief or something. And when they go to the grave, they dig up the grave that was seemingly undisturbed,
Mm-hmm.
and they find that the zombie, the dead body, has the thing that the girl gave him like that night. So it's like, hey, what the
What
hell was
the
fucking real,
hell?
dude?
Wild.
And I think it's a lot like, that final scare in like the Halloween specials where
Mm-hmm.
it's like it was actually real the whole time. It was not
Mm-hmm.
like playing games with you. It's very effective. It's very well done. It's always a
Mm-hmm.
fun little like twist.
Yeah. It's also just like it kind of plays on the idea of like what is scary? Is it the
Uh-huh.
actual thing itself or the fear of the thing?
Yeah. I don't
You
know.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, because like she wasn't afraid of it.
No,
She
because it
wasn't
was just
afraid.
him.
Yeah. But then it becomes scary when it's like, well, how did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Eesh.
good stuff.
Eesh. The Her song genuinely grossed me out. And
It's
I'm
wild.
almost 30 years old.
It is wild.
And I was like, what the fuck? Were you let kids read this shit?
Mm-hmm. It's
Like middle
yet
school, sure, but like elementary
oh
kids?
man, it's yet
Yikes.
again one of those early moments where you're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna die?
What do you mean?
What?
What
What?
is death?
What is that? Yeah, the Her song is a very famous song, many different versions, but most of them are like the one in this book. And it's essentially a song telling kids what's gonna happen to their body after they die.
Ew.
And how like worms are gonna eat them and stuff. And the thing about it is if you get buried, that is
That's how
kind
it
of,
goes.
what happens.
Yep.
But it's just something that like kids just, you know, I'm sure a lot of people, and I mean, I definitely do, can remember like the first like time you like realize like mortality and like
Mm-hmm.
that everyone's gonna die and like just the weight of all that washes over you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's a lot of kids who maybe saw
Didn't
this
really
book,
know.
heard it here, and were like, wait a minute, ask their parents, and then like, what do you mean?
Because like at first you think it's just like a song.
Hmm.
You think it's just a song, and then it's like, oh, they're just being funny and like gross. And then you're
Hmm.
like, holy shit, actually everything they're saying is true
Hmm.
to an extent. And I'm like, ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck. That is
Big,
why I
big
will
yuck.
be hopefully cremated.
Nice
I
try.
really do
Nice
not
try,
want any of that to
worms.
happen to me.
Nice try.
And if it does, I want to be part of a tree immediately. I don't
Yeah.
want to be in a box and just wait for the worms to get to me because
Right.
that's like even scarier. I'd rather than
Hmm.
just have direct contact
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah, yeah. Just toss me on it.
Ah, sorry,
Oh
I'm
my.
scaring myself.
Oh my God. Dang.
I really don't like that.
Good for you, Queen.
Zero
I
defense.
love that you freaked yourself
I
out.
did.
Oh man. Well, let's go to
Because
the
I
next
won't
one.
be in my body anymore, so it won't matter. But like the
Indeed.
idea.
No, it's not
Uh,
fun. Not a fun idea,
uh,
and let's move on from it so we can get away from it.
okay.
This
Thank
one's
you. Let's
called
run.
Me Weird. Mitai Doti Walker. No idea
Really
what that
fucking
is.
strange.
Did zero, but I told Buddy no. We don't need to know what this is. But it's another like song slash screamer about like a this kid's walking with his dog and he hears this phrase, Mitai Doti Walker, being sung closer and closer to him.
Oh yeah, they stay in a haunted house, right?
I don't
Like
know.
I
Or
think
like
a
a cabin
priest.
or something. No,
Yeah,
that's
like
a
a
different one.
oh no. Doesn't he get paid to like stay in a house?
No, it's a different
Damn it. These
one.
sorry, I was like nodding off while we were listening to
Rude.
these. It's not because they were bad, it's just because I was tired and the like kind of like rhythm of some of them was just like
Yeah. Oh no,
I
the
fell
guy
asleep
the guy
easily.
was reading. But
Yeah, he's slaying. Sliving.
and while this thing sings, this boy's dog randomly sings back, but
Yeah,
it
this
also
dog is
sings
fucking
like
talking.
gibberish. This kid's dog is like possessed. It's speaking in tongues, singing in tongues. And then at the end, a head comes down a chimney. It it instantly kills the dog, and not like by
Wild.
touching it. The
Catching
dog dies
bodies.
of
Right.
fright. And then it turns out this is a screamer because the boy like grabs the head and the head like yells at the boy. And then
Mm-hmm.
the story ends. I
Wild.
don't know. It's
Big,
interesting
big
because
annoying.
yeah, but at the same time that would be super scary.
Yeah.
You know,
If you
having
actually
just
considered it to be, I think
I
the
think
thing about it is like
hmm
the way it was told.
yeah.
I feel like this story specifically requires a
hmm
very specific ambiance.
Oh, sure,
Like it
sure, sure.
has to be dark.
And I would
And you have
say
to like whisper it.
it would help if the words were not gibberish.
I
Because
agree.
maybe they mean something in some language I don't know, but seemingly it's all gibberish, and that to me makes it like, I don't know, more silly.
I'm like, dumb. This is
Uh-huh.
dumb.
And I was just like, I couldn't get over the fact it's like, how does boy not be like, hey, yo, my dog can talk? What
Yeah,
is
that
this
would be my
shit?
immediate reaction. Be like, what the fuck is going on
And
here?
like, what? My dog's possessed.
Yep.
We're already past infestation.
And we're right into possession.
It would have been too much.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along, we got another classic urban legend. It's
Oh
called
my
The
God.
Hook.
This one is genuinely scary.
This one is also very, very scary.
Especially if you live near somewhere that is close to a prison.
Mm-hmm.
Not that
Mm-hmm.
this would ever fucking happen now.
Always got to be a fear of, oh yeah, back in the day, you could just
Incarcerated
leave.
people.
You just leave.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, it's similar to, as most of these are, the other urban legend with the escaped convicts. Uh, but because it has a boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. Again, it's in the movie Urban Legend, which I'm sure we'll probably do at some point because I love that movie. But The Hook, another classic, is that a convict escapes prison. He has a hook for a hand, and this couple is
Two lovers
out
make
in
out
Lover's
point.
Lane. Homeboy's trying to get that blowy. He's trying real hard to at least get the HJ.
Nah,
At
no
least
way.
get the over the pants handy. You know, something. He's got to tell
Something.
his boy something tomorrow, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's doing it for them. He's not doing it for him.
That is the gayest thing you could say.
He's a nice
Yeah.
boy. He doesn't even really want to do this, but he's got to prove his
Oh.
manhood. He's got to
Oh.
prove
The
he's not gay to
pressure.
his boys.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So he's doing
That's a
anything.
really weird
He's
thing
doing
to do, but yeah.
anything and everything. Try and get that over the pants handy.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, now we got to get out of here. They eventually dip because, of course, they hear like the old. Convict with a hook for a hand. It's in your area. And then the girl's like, hey, we should probably leave. The boy's doing the classic man thing of like, nah.
Now you're good.
Nah, women.
Just touch it a little.
Women
and then we can
afraid of
go.
everything. Come on now. Come
Fucking
on.
bitch.
I gotta tell my boy something.
Good God.
I gotta tell Doug.
And then they drive the girl home, and then when she gets out of the car,
What's on the fucking door handle?
the hook
A hook. Yeah.
almost got their asses.
Almost.
Also, a person would never be allowed to have a hook in jail.
It's like, what? What?
Also, like, how do they deal with, and by deal with, I mean handle, people with limb differences in a jail population.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like that if you have one less hand to like defend yourself with, I feel like you're an easier target.
That just means you better be good at fighting with the other hand.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe they just let you have a hook. They said, "Hey, listen, he's a pirate. He came in with the hook. He's gonna leave with the hook."
They just put a marshmallow on the tip so he can't poke anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Not allowed to take it off.
Like they like kid proof the hook.
They like put hot glue on the tip or something.
Damn it.
Maybe it's like a rubber hook.
Right.
So it can't really do much damage.
Yeah, maybe that was the problem. He tried to like open it and then it's just like, oh, it's fucking rubber, dude.
Damn it.
They played me this whole time.
Whatever.
He's like, man, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's fucking wild. Genuinely would be very scary.
It would be. It's again, you didn't
but
know
are we
how,
really
how
just
close
afraid
to danger you were.
Of people that are different than us?
And isn't that ultimately what most urban legends are?
Mm-hmm.
It's just we gotta create fear of people and things we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The next one's called Room for One More.
This one's good.
It's pretty fucking good.
I like this one.
Because we got another hearse.
I love a hearse.
Mm-hmm.
We love a dramatic car that
Absolutely.
says,
And they were playing.
You're afraid of me.
They were doing a bit. They knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
In short, they roll up on a guy. He looks out the window. The hearse is there. They're like, "Hey, got room for one more in here, guy. You want to hop in here? We're going to a sick party. It's in the underworld though, but it's gonna be dope." He's like, nah.
I'm good.
I'm good. He waves him off. He says, nah. Does that little condescending, you get out of here.
Yeah, you can leave now.
Mm-hmm. And then later, the guy's he's trying to catch the elevator, which is funny because in multiple instances, there's very, very many lessons with elevators that I've learned in my life, which is to, if the doors are closing, don't worry about it. Let it close.
Yeah.
You don't want to get on that elevator.
Nope.
And this guy, he's running up to the elevator. Hey, wait. And then someone on the elevator says, oh, we got room for one more. And he's like,
oh, fuck.
Brain blast.
Nope.
Big
You're
chills
good.
down the spine. And he's like, nah, y'all can have it. Elevator fucking crashes. Homeboy got a final destination situation on his hands.
Hell yeah.
The room for one more. They had it. They were going to get him.
They were.
Dear God.
Yikes.
It's too much. That's legitimately
that shit,
could you
actually
imagine?
happens in real life.
Yeah.
Like the near-death stuff, like where
Near-death.
not near-death, but it's like survivor's guilt.
Oh, the lady, the teacher who was supposed to be on the Challenger?
Yeah.
That's so wild.
Or like people who are supposed to go to the work that I always think of the people on 9/11.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
We would have not got Family Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Because that shit happens all the time.
I'm pretty sure there's like video of like a guy who's like, fuck, I'm supposed to be at work. I work in the World Trade Center.
But he was running late.
And he was, and they like have him on video. It's like, I was supposed to be there, but I had, whatever.
His alarm didn't go off or whatever.
And it's just like, oh man.
Wild.
It's chilling.
And
it's chilling,
I guess the difference of that is like, it's the comparison of luck. It's like the difference between luck and a premonition.
Oh, yeah.
Premonitions are way scarier because there's like kind of like an intention.
Because then they make you paranoid.
Yeah.
Then they make you paranoid, and then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but in this way it works in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
Woo!
You'd be scared. You'd be scared of that phrase for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah. You never want to hear that ever again.
Yeah, we got room for one more. You know what? Actually, I think I'll be all right.
Think I'm good. Think so. Dead man's brains. I did this shit.
This is so dumb.
It's good though. If you're little, it gets you.
But it's funny because it's another one that has stage directions. And this one's like not even like a story.
It's not a story.
Like describing a game to you, which I think is very strange.
I mean, yeah, read out loud, sure. But if you look at it like a recipe, then it works.
Sure. Yeah.
But basically, you just kind of sit around in a circle. That's how they'd explain it. But I'll explain it how I did it
Oh,
or
hold
how
on.
I experienced it.
Can I give you
Yeah, go
this,
ahead.
and then you'll. The thing I love, two things I love about. We heard this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And for one, I love that the guy who was reading it during like all the stage directions of like revealing what it actually is was like
He's like
he was
giggling
like
it.
chuckling along with himself. And the other thing I love about this is that in this book, what they tell you to say to start it off is like, oh, there was this guy who just like died and we have his body. It's like, what do you mean?
Why do
We
you have
have
a
his body.
body?
I need to leave. Mom, Dad,
I'm
there's a
calling
dead
the
body at
police.
the house.
I'm calling the
I
police.
can't be at the sleepover anymore.
I'm
Can you come pick me up?
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Is
how
that what
I
they told you?
experienced no.
Okay.
What I experienced is
No. Yeah.
a version of this at like a church Halloween
Oh
party.
God, the body of Christ.
No.
And here we have, put your hand in his side.
Ew.
Continue.
Like, ew, gross. Just like 2 slices of salmon and you just shove your hand in between.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ugh. That grossed me out. Ugh.
That's fucking disgusting.
No, but what they would do is they would just have boxes with a hole cut out
Yeah.
and then a bowl. So you couldn't see what you were reaching your hand into. So that's already like, that's scary.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that in and of itself, unnerving.
For sure.
But they would be labeled like eyeballs,
Oh.
brains,
Ah.
tongues.
Ew. Tongues.
I don't know. I don't
Could
remember.
actually just put real tongues in there.
But I definitely remember. Could you fucking imagine?
Bah, 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 bah.
Ew.
You just put your hand in there. This is
Let
gonna
me
be
give it a little
gross.
like it's just
But
somebody
yeah,
just,
it's just just someone there
it's
just
a
like
glory hole.
yeah,
You're saying
oh
at
my
the
lord. I'm just gonna put something else in there. Why is this one?
There's got to be a porn about that.
Why is this one in a bathroom stall?
Why do I have to put my penis in this one when I put my hands in all the other ones?
Dad.
Ew, don't make it a family thing.
You got me, son.
Okay, I just got so grossed out.
They do the
and then they do it anyway.
And then they leave.
Anyway, but it was very fun.
Dad's friend Jack needs to come over.
Stop.
No one shows up when we do the dead man's friends. Mom is always mad.
Gives a whole new meaning to getting head.
Oh boy. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was fun. It was gross.
It sounds like fun.
I like the wet cold spaghetti is really gross.
What is that supposed to be?
It's like brains and
wet cold spaghetti?
Like intestines.
That's
I don't
gross.
know. Yeah, I think
eyeballs
it's
is like grapes, right?
Peeled grapes, so they're slippery and firm and cold.
Yeah.
And then
they do like the whole body parts essentially, and like all brains, eyes, like intestines, all that stuff, and then it's just I don't know.
A nose is like a chicken bone.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't want to touch that.
Oh yeah, what was one? There was like a chicken bone.
Tomatoes.
And they said to use like a raw liver for a heart, and I was like, "You're touching raw meat?
The organs.
What kind of wild game is this? You better be washing your hands."
Yeah, we always had to like wash our hands before and after we'd put our hands in the box. So they'd give us like hand sanitizer at the beginning and hand sanitizer at the end.
There you go. Safe and sober.
There you go.
Next one's called A New Horse. This
one
hilarious.
is so fucking funny, but also like genuine like body horror at the end. And I'm like, oh my god.
First of all, the pic, absolutely love it. It's a big ass horse.
please look up a picture of this illustration because it is so fucking funny.
It is hilarious.
It is so silly.
Like, yes, sir. That is a horse.
Not really. It doesn't look really like a horse.
Exactly. It's like what the ancient Egyptians thought a horse looked like.
I guess.
Have you seen them draw cats? It's insane.
Oof.
Or no, not the ancient Egyptians.
Yeah, I was like they definitely had horses.
It's like the medieval portraits of like cats.
Cats and lions.
Insane.
And like, oh.
Yeah. It's like,
So bad.
let's do a cat's body, but then like a human's face.
Ugh,
But
horrifying.
this one, I mean, let me set you up. Essentially, this guy goes to his friend and says like, "Hey, there's this witch that turns me into a horse and rides me all night." And his friend's
Well,
like, "Damn, the horror of it! I
lucky.
gotta check this out." It's
Lucky.
like a witch that rides you up. Where do I sign up? So homeboy goes, he has to try it. It's like, damn, that sounds awesome. He gets turned into a horse though. Not as fun.
Not as fun.
But then he like Uno reverses it and like gets the
Because
witch
the
turned into a
reins are
horse.
like enchanted.
Yeah.
And he says like the spell.
But then, men they always gotta take it too far. Always gotta like, you pulled one over on me, now I'm gonna do it worse. He puts horseshoes on the horse, then like rides the witch back to her husband's house, says like, hey, here's this horse, you want it? Fucking plays that guy, then takes off, the husband takes the bridle off or whatever, and then his wife is there with fucking horseshoes stuck in her hands and feet.
Ah.
And then the story's over. And you're
Terrifying.
just like, the body horror of that is
Also,
terrible.
the implications of that. Is she naked? I assume she would be naked.
I don't know.
After
I guess.
She'd be like bloody. Because like our hands aren't supposed to be nailed into.
Oh yeah.
And our
feet. She'd be real beat
up. Oh my
up.
God, that shit would hurt so bad.
It would. It really would.
Woo! And the lesson is, ride your own witch.
I guess. What is the lesson? Don't go try and get a witch to ride you all night.
Or if she does, just let her do it. Don't try to ride her back.
Yeah. What's the deal?
Let the witches ride you.
Sounds like a dream. Yeah. Damn. Halloween.
Halloween. Yum. I like this one. This one was genuinely pretty good.
Big purr.
Literally, because it's about cats.
It's called Wait Till Martin Comes.
Wait Till Martin Comes. I think it was just the way he was reading.
Yeah.
But I'm like, genuinely, like, if you were in this circumstance, it would be pretty unnerving. But basically, the premise is like you're kind of stuck in this room. Yeah. He's kind of delirious, and then he sees a cat, and the cat talks. And then a larger cat comes. And the phrase they keep saying, because they're kind of implying that they're going to eat him.
Yeah, they're implying they're going to do something to this guy, because he's like fading in and out.
Yeah.
And every time he hears the cat's like, they're like, oh, can we do it? Can we do it? Like, wait till Martin comes.
Can we do it now? They're like, no, wait until Martin comes. And these cats are fucking talking.
Oh, they be
what
up to something.
What the hell?
They be scheming.
So we go small, medium, large, and then
he out.
And he out.
Yeah.
It kind of kills the scare of it all because we don't really get to meet Martin.
This is in the section that's supposed to be funny. Because he just leaves and it's like, oh, I guess we won't wait till Martin comes, and that's it. Speaking of funny, this next one's called The Viper.
The Viper.
The Viper. It's a silly one. The whole thing of it is this guy calls a woman and says, hey, I'm here. I'm the Viper. I'm coming in your home. I'm coming in your apartment. She's like, what the fuck? He repeatedly calls, says he's the Viper. He's coming. He's on his way. Eventually, all it is that he has an accent. And he is here to wash the windows.
Very good.
He's the Viper. And you're like,
you got me.
Yeah. Men do be scary.
Oh my God. Do they ever?
Do they ever? Going on to the next.
Speaking of more scary men.
Classic.
Notice how all of these are scary men.
Absolute classico.
Oh, this is like the scariest thing.
When a stranger calls. AKA the babysitter.
So scary.
Never a good idea to answer the phone.
Just don't. That's why most people don't ever.
Don't do it. Just don't.
Unless you know the person that is calling. Don't pick
up. But they didn't have caller ID back in the day. How would you know?
Back in the day, that's true. That is a good point.
There was a time where you just gambled.
You're like, well,
And they had your fucking number in the phone book. Anyone could look you up.
A lot of people still can.
Yeah, But at least nowadays, for one, nowadays not everyone
Now it's
has
cell
fucking
phones.
landlines.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
now it's cell phones, and now it's like, you could say, hey, don't put my number in there. But like
Hmm.
the way we've evolved as a society it's like a simultaneous like loss of trust
Yeah.
and for good reason because people abuse that trust.
Yes.
But it's also like I don't know. We've gained more freedom, but
Hmm.
simultaneously lost freedom. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird. But anyways,
Ooh. This is
well,
like the most like traditional. Like there is an entire like this is such a cultural
oh
touchstone.
yeah, you know it. You know
Like
what
I
it
know
is.
it was literally said about the illustrations, but the line that is associated with the story, which
Hmm.
is the call is coming from inside the house.
Everyone
That
knows it.
shit is everywhere. And most
Hmm.
of the time, it's not even used in a horror context anymore.
Right. Oh
It's
yeah.
in like a derogatory term
Honey,
where it's
the
like
call is
saying,
coming from
yeah,
inside the house.
it's like literally saying, like, you're the problem.
Uh-huh.
That's how we use it colloquial now, like
Hmm.
colloquially now.
Yeah.
And it's
Hmm.
like, it's so fucking good and horrifying, though.
Oh yeah, God. Yeah.
Again, it goes back to like the frogging thing.
Oh yeah. It's definitely that. And you know what it is. The babysitter gets a call where
Yeah.
who is this? Guy's being fucking weird, giggling. And a lot of them go check on the kids. And
Mm-hmm.
then at the end, yeah, they get the call from the operator. It's just, hey, the call's coming from inside the house upstairs. You need to get out now. And the ending differs, but in
Yeah.
this one, which is very fucking bone chilling, in
Mm-hmm.
this version, in this book for kids
Yeah.
the man runs out and like tries to get them and like books it out when it eventually like sees that the police are there. But like not in every version does the man run at them.
No.
And the picture of just seeing a random person
Running out of
running out
your
of your house,
well,
like
it's
where
not
you
even
are.
her house,
Well, yeah,
but
but
like,
it's where you
ugh.
are. And this guy just runs out. It's just, oh, what? That's insane.
Uh-uh.
He busted
Uh-uh.
out that door.
God, I'm on anxiety medication because woo,
Would
woo.
have would have never made it.
Oh my God. That
The
shit
next
is
this
terrifying.
next one's called The Thing.
The thing.
They were best friends.
Oh,
Best friends in the historical sense.
they were gay.
They
Just say
were
they were
really good
gay.
friends. They were
Mm.
roommates forever.
They were
They
besties.
never married women, but
They
they loved each
only
other.
had roommates.
Yeah, this man and his best friend see a weird humanoid like
Ooh,
decaying body
not a fan.
repeatedly one night, and one of them like eventually gets the guts to go look at it a little closer, and he's like, what the fuck, it's like a decaying skeleton. They tear out of there. Later on, uh the other one gets sick and is like dying, and then his friend says, you look exactly like that skeleton we saw that one night,
Mm-hmm.
essentially to me implying that they saw this man's like future death
Yeah.
out late one
He was
night, which
haunting
is
himself.
yeah, which is like, damn, that's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah, that really is.
And
Let's not
the
think
and
about
the
it.
picture of
Ooh.
like again, you picture it in your head. You're sitting out late at night, and all of a sudden you see like this humanoid body come out of like the field
Yeah.
repeatedly and like going towards you. Let's scare the hell out of anyone. That's
Mm-mm.
insane.
Mm-mm. No. No thanks. I'm good.
No thanks.
I'm good. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hmm.
Leaving. The next one is called The Haunted House.
I don't know.
Not a very creative name.
No, but here's what I wrote.
Please read it verbatim because it's fucking ridiculous.
The synopsis of the haunted house is girl boss queen got her revenge, big purr. Big purr.
Big purr.
Yes, queen.
So what's the story with this one? A woman was killed by her husband, right?
Essentially.
Yeah.
And then she's like a ghost, and a priest goes
She's
and is like,
haunting a
I'll
place.
survive the night. She's like, hey, use this bone, he'll reveal himself, and then you get the money that he wanted, and you can donate it to the church. And it all comes true.
Yep, it's
He
fucking wild.
he he fucking did it, but she got her revenge.
That's so scary.
Queen.
Ew. Also, why are you putting a fucking finger bone on the donation plate?
I mean, is that how else we gonna get this guy to freak out?
I don't know. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but it was scary.
You like the next one?
I really like the next one. I always think we love a little twist.
Yeah.
This is it's so funny because so many of these play on like they're not even tropes at this point. It's just like plain old horror.
Yeah.
But it's called The Guests. And
Mm-hmm.
basically this guy is, classically traveling.
This couple.
Oh yeah, this couple is traveling. They need a place to stay because the weather's getting bad. And then they pull over and they notice like a house. So they go up to the house and, luckily this lovely couple like invites them in and like gives them
Mm-hmm.
shelter for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're refusing payment. They're like, no, like we insist, like it's just the nice thing. It's the right thing to do. Like just stay here. No
Throw my hands
worries,
up.
whatever. And so they end up staying the night and then they kind of duck out early because they want to make it to their final location, but they stop for breakfast before they leave town at a restaurant. And then they get to the restaurant and they're talking to the waiter or waitress, whoever it may be. And they're like, oh yeah, like this lovely couple down the road, like they let us crash at their place last night. And and he's like, what are you guys talking about? And they're like, yeah, like up the road, like these people, they were really great and super nice. He's like, that house burned down years
But that
ago.
can't be.
That
house
can't
burnt
be.
down 10 years ago.
And so they're like, what the fuck? Like this guy is trolling us. And so they apparently like drive back to the house that they stayed at. And lo and behold, it's just like a skeleton of a home that had been completely burnt out. But they go into like the kitchen area where she'd left the money and it's right there on the table.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Hey, yo, do you take the money back? Or do you leave it there?
No, you leave it there because you were given shelter. It was an offering.
That is pretty wild.
Was it the fucking Fae?
That can't be.
That can't be. That just can't be. I feel like you have to have an accent.
Down 50 years ago.
Oh.
And the final one is called
The White Satin Evening Gown.
Mm-hmm.
Slay, but at what cost?
But at what cost?
Yeah, so basically the premise of this one is a girl goes to a pawn shop because she's poor. Oh, ew, I know. Sorry.
Oh,
one of the poorest. Yuck. Hella poor. Hella can't afford a dress. But so she goes to the pawn shop, ends up getting it for a really cheap price. And then she goes out, but she doesn't survive the night and ends up dying. And they're like, what the hell? Like, why? What's going on here? And then it turns out that the gown was not like turned into the pawn shop under good circumstances.
Under just regular,
just like when people do that. Yeah. Apparently this gown was stolen off of a corpse that was being processed at the coroner's office and was, just apparently drenched in fucking formaldehyde.
I don't know how we didn't smell it.
And so
it's a good thing the pawn shop owner doesn't have a sense of smell.
That's the only way he can do his job.
What circumstances?
And then the formaldehyde apparently like absorbed into her skin as she was sweating at the dance. And then she died. And I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. But
on the floor.
Who am I to say? I am not a scientist.
She's just fucking hot stepping.
She's dancing like she never danced before.
This was 81, so maybe it was mostly like fucking disco.
If you're gonna die from like any kind of chemicals, it would have been a hairspray in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Or
just inhaling fucking Aquanet.
Or just inhaling that.
That's the death combination right there. You do the Aquanet and then the coke.
What was it called? That white girl? Inhaling that white girl?
Oh god.
Yeah. It's cocaine.
Booger sugar?
That cocaína. Yeah.
Cocaine.
Now we're at part 3. The final part. Part 3.
Final part. The
The
short part.
dark.
The dark.
So
Oh
ultimately,
my God.
at the end of all this, we come to realize that a lot of these stories are very mature.
Yeah, I would say so.
We talk about high beams, all the urban legends, the babysitter, the her song, and the all the ones that talk about just like very explicit like death and
Mm-hmm.
dismemberment and horror. And these are a big major reason, obviously, for why this book has been heavily criticized by, some groups, parents, and some groups, or just like, banned in some
Yeah, just
areas.
outright banned.
Hmm. Because they feel it's not appropriate for children, it's too
Mm-hmm.
mature, this is too much. Kids don't need to be learning about this stuff. So it kind of brings upon the question for us, because for this is like very formative for us.
Yeah.
And you know, ultimately the question, what is the role of horror for kids?
I don't know. I've always kind of at least in my more recent years, I
Hmm.
I find myself struggling with this kind of balance a lot more
Hmm.
because I see people around our age who do have children.
Hmm.
And I see some of them who have given them zero access to anything
Uh-huh.
like dark. And then I see the opposite side of that, where,
Oh,
we have, the thing that you
Mexicans.
and
I'm gonna
I
say it
was
right
literally about to
now.
say the thing you and I hate, and then you just said
I'm gonna say it right
Mexicans.
now. I just see it so
Why?
much in like the Mexican/Latino community where young parents will just be like, my kid's 5, let's show him Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or my
Yeah,
kid's
Freddy
5, let's show him
Krueger, or
fucking Saw. And
I
it's like,
feel
why,
like Michael
why?
Myers is
Why are we doing
very,
this? Michael Myers is like every fucking like Edgar's favorite
yep,
fucking cartoon. I just don't get it. I don't know why it's so prevalent in like this community, my community of fucking Latinos. But and
do you
because I
think it's
mean,
similar to like,
Latinos do be loving horror, We be
yeah.
loving horror. We got like La Llorona and
Yeah,
La
I was gonna
Llora
ask, do
and
you
all
think
that
it's like the
stuff,
modern
El
version of that?
Cucuy and all that. But I don't know because ultimately those were just stories, and like yeah, they were scary, but like you didn't see them.
Yeah,
You
it's
didn't see it
interesting because I
graphically
feel
depicted
like,
on screen.
yeah, the aesthetic of horror is very prevalent
Mhm.
in like Mexican communities, I'd say.
And that's the thing though, but it's the aesthetic of horror and like Dia de los Muertos and stuff. And it is horror, it is death. But it's also like the accepting of it and coming to
Mm-hmm.
terms with it and seeing it as beautiful. But to me, that's such a disconnect from watching Michael Myers stab people and fucking murder teens and,
Yeah.
watching Chucky fucking butcher people and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. To me, it's not the same.
Yeah. Well, and then I think our most I would say most recent um kind of cultural touchstone for the new generation of
Hmm.
horror is
Uh-huh.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at
And it's
Freddy's.
probably different now because even Gen Z
Now it's
kids
like
are
Digital
outgrowing that.
Circus or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Some new horror like Poppy's Playground or whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
I can't remember. But yeah.
But
Yeah, it's always
it's
something. And I mean there's like Siren Head and like, very much like
and kids obviously like seek that
creepypastas and
out.
stuff. Oh yeah.
So it's
So the
kind of
Huggy,
hard
Huggy
because
Wuggy.
I think that obviously our media consumption changed a lot
Hmm.
very rapidly for our generation, whereas opposed to the new horror media that kids are exposed to now is like exclusively online.
Yeah.
And there's not really too much. I mean, obviously there's now like Five Nights at Freddy's books, but those didn't
Hmm.
come out to my knowledge before the game.
No, they were definitely
It was like an
much later in the franchise.
afterthought.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but it's really, I find myself really disliking it when young kids are aware and very like they think of it as entertainment and they think of
Yeah.
it as kind of like a normal run of the mill thing.
Right.
At least in like adult horror.
Yeah, and that's what I think the problem is. And that's why I think like this Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is good at what it does because I often see the argument made that in terms of what this does for kids, which I do agree to an extent, is it shows you that like not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not
Mm-hmm.
everything is nice, not everything is great, and there's things that you should be aware of and should be wary of and should be like scared of, you know?
Yeah.
There's people and situations out there that at the end of the day are going to hurt you, harm you, could even take your
Mm-hmm.
life. And it's kind of a way of introducing kids to like these ideas that there is dark in the world, there is evil in the world, quote unquote evil, you know, there's people that
Mm-hmm.
do bad things and there's bad things that happen to people. And horror for kids is like a way of introducing that.
Mm-hmm.
And almost, you know, in the way that like I see it, it's like almost gives you like the tools to conquer that fear.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like a lot of times, you know, and it's been said many a time for people with anxiety, though I like a lot of people who have anxiety love horrors because like it's a controlled environment where you can like overcome your fear and overcome your
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and you know, come out on top of all those feelings of like, oh man, I don't like this and this shit sucks and like God, I'm scared as hell. And then, you know,
Yeah.
you get
Having
through
your
it.
having your baseline met. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. It makes sense for me to feel on edge right now
Hmm.
because my life is actually in danger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
not
then
I'm not in the grocery store.
but then where I see the problem and all that
Yeah.
is when it goes into, for me, the more graphic depictions, the more, because like, yeah, it's telling a kid they're gonna die and like saying that something's gonna kill you, yeah, that's one thing. But having a 5-year-old sit down and watch someone be murdered by like Freddy Krueger or be murdered by
Mm-hmm.
Michael Myers, to me, that's a whole different level because you're actually
Yeah.
like seeing it right in front of your eyes. And to a young kid, like, yeah, you may understand that it's a movie, but on a certain level, I don't feel like you do. At a
Mm-hmm.
certain level, I feel like you maybe understand that like this is, you know, something that's actually happening.
Yeah. And
And
that
it's just
it's
crazy.
a fine line to walk.
Oh yeah, and I think you know it's much like video games. Like I love video games. I love
Mm-hmm.
horror video games, and like I played mature games when I was young, but never when I was like under
Little.
13.
Yeah.
Like I played like mature games when like I was a teenager, yeah, but I never played those games as like a child, as like an 8-year-old. Like
Mm-hmm.
the most violent we got was like GoldenEye, and like yeah, it's like a shooter, but it's like it was never like
It's not like you're
what we see
going on a
now,
killing
you know?
spree.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Ultimately, for all this stuff, I just think it comes down to just being a parent. Being a
Mm-hmm.
parent and just you got to be able to tell your kids fucking no. It's
Mm-hmm.
just if you're gonna have kids, have a backbone.
And I
You're
also
an
find
adult.
it, and maybe it's just because like it was such a taboo thing for me growing up that I just find it very, very strange when it's like a fandom.
Yeah.
Like there's an obsession and like a very intense like love for
Hmm.
the horror aesthetic at a young age.
Yeah,
Like
it's
when I
weird.
see kids in like horror gear and
Yeah.
like they've got a little like Michael Myers plushie on their backpack or something, I'm like,
Yeah. Like what?
what the
Why do
fuck?
you know what this is right now?
Yeah, like
Because I mean, I don't know. I
I don't
love horror, but
know.
I do think ultimately, at the end of the day, there are things that should be
For
introduced to people
adults, yeah.
when they're ready,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I think that's where this sort of bridges the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Scary
Because this is pretty
stories.
edgy.
Yeah, I'd say this is like a step above like Goosebumps, a
Yeah.
step above like Are You Afraid of the Dark and stuff. But it's in, I'll tell you this, something that defenders of this book often say is like, yes, this is a kid's book. But more so kids like in middle school age, like young
Mm-hmm.
teens, like, you know, or tweens or whatever they're called. Like
Yeah, tweens.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
more mature, like I
It's
said,
a
it's like bridging the
transitional.
gap. It's going
Mm-hmm.
from Goosebumps, it's going from like the Halloween specials to like, hey, there's actual like scary stuff out there in the world and like
Mm-hmm.
death and all this stuff. And like you're ready to understand this. And then after this, you can go play your fucking your Five Nights at Freddy's, which isn't even like
Mm-hmm.
really, it's jump scares, but it's not like scary, scary. And you can play like your fucking Dead by Daylight. You can play your Resident Evils and your fucking, GTA, and then you can go watch your Saw. You could watch,
Mm-hmm.
I
All
don't
of that
know,
stuff.
all that stuff. And then I'm a firm believer of like you need milestones. And we're
Oh
like
yeah,
erasing
transitional.
milestones. And we're like kids are maturing like so quick nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to bring like milestones back
Yeah.
because obviously they were there for a reason. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's affecting the minds of the youth in a
Yeah.
way that we probably still don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know,
Media
less,
consumption needs to be monitored. That is my number one thing
yeah.
with kids. There is
Oh,
stuff that
yeah.
they can and are willing and ready to consume.
Hmm.
And then there are things that they should not
Yeah.
be having access to until
Right.
they are of a certain maturity. Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not even necessarily an age.
Hmm.
It's like a
Yeah. It's a
it's like a
maturity, it's an
maturity of a
understanding.
comprehension thing.
It's something.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays, like we said, love horror. I think it's fantastic. Probably my favorite genre of like film and stuff. It's just so fun and they do so many things. And ultimately, I think it can help. It can help people's mindset, mind view, their self-esteem and stuff to be
Mm-hmm.
able to like expose themselves to horror, enjoy horror. You get a physical reaction from horror.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there in your chair and your body's fucking, your heart's racing, and then you feel the jump scare, but you're okay. So it sort of like teaches like resilience and like being able to get through it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think horror can do a lot for you, but like you said, it's got to be introduced in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to take steps in your horror journey. You shouldn't be tossed into the fucking deep end.
And I think, like, on some level, we knew that as kids when we saw this
Oh yeah.
book and we picked
Yeah.
it up. We didn't really want to know. We were
Right?
curious. We dipped our
Uh-huh.
toe and we said, "Whoa, too chilly for me.
Oh boy, no, that's
Better
a little
put that
too deep over
away."
there. I ain't got my
Mm-hmm.
floaties.
Yep.
I'm not, I haven't learned how to swim yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's DTR real quick and then get on out of here
Let's do it.
because, there's still more,
There's so much more horror.
there's so much more horror, so much more spooky coming our way in the next
Mm-hmm.
ones.
Oh yeah. What's my relationship with this, you know? I don't think that I am show dependent on this in particular. It's
Uh-huh.
very much like a photo in my mind
Hmm.
of like, yikes. I'm scared.
Big yikes.
Little Kayla with her big circle glasses, very
Oh,
nervous.
wow. Uh-huh.
Um,
What?
what is that? Oh my God, it looks gross. Don't
Hmm.
show it to me. Um, yeah, I think that this is one of the very early instances I can recall of looking at something and I was like, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
That is scary and that makes me feel
Hmm.
not great.
Hmm.
But I'm also simultaneously curious.
Sure.
It's a very interesting thing. So not show dependent, but
Uh-huh.
very grateful
There you go.
that we got to kind of experience
Yeah.
this kind of media because I feel
Right.
like it at least it and I know that there's a lot of young um or I forget what they call it. The genre between young adult and children's. It's like young readers or something. I don't know.
Queen.
Tween fiction.
Uh-huh.
Um I know there's a lot of it out there now, but it's different aesthetically. This
Oh,
is
it's
such an I
juvenile.
yeah, juvenile. Thank you. Juvenile fiction. Um but it did such a good job of kind of like just kind of cracking the door open
Hmm. Hmm.
into the world of horror. And I'm really
Yeah.
grateful for these books. It's also a really cool folklore
Hmm.
collection as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
these stories have been, at least in Americana,
They've stood the test
um,
of time.
for a very long time. So
Uh-huh.
pretty
And
cool.
and they're still around, these urban
Mm-hmm.
legends, it's definitely I agree with you. Uh I can't say I'm show dependent, it's not something that like we go back to. I go back to constantly and like we don't have the books, we don't have it.
We thought
It's
about
it's
buying
not
them.
this,
Woo! Pretty
yeah,
penny.
and maybe will, yeah, for some reason. And maybe will. It's definitely something that I remember fondly. And I think it goes along with I agree with what you were saying. It's like the peek through the doorway. It's like the what's going on there. It's almost
Mm-hmm.
like what I would equate it to is, and I'll go back to like the steps of life and like knowing what you're ready for, and like we need the transitions and like you need
Mm-hmm.
the different phases in your life, I think, to like mature in a I
Sustainable
don't want to
way.
say in a correct way, but like to mature in a way that like helps you later in life,
Yeah.
That way you can like hit certain milestones, hit certain steps and know what you're ready for.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, like you said, looking at the cover and like being afraid and being like afraid to like touch the book, being afraid to like open it and like see the rest of the pictures. It's like a milestone with yourself to show you like, are you ready for this? Or are
Mm-hmm.
you not? And when you are eventually ready, that's when you can finally pick this book up, open it, look at the pictures and be like, oh, but you keep going. And it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like, I do feel like part of being a kid and growing up is like testing those limits.
Yeah.
And like, with your friends, you're like, oh, I got this game. Don't
Mm-hmm.
tell, you can't tell my parents though, because they would never let me play it. And like, that's part of like testing your limits, but also knowing your boundaries because oh, my parents would never allow this. But it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you're getting away with something. And that's a
Yeah.
part of maturing and growing up. And that's what I think this book is able to do for a lot of young kids, especially back in the day. I don't, obviously it's very popular. But I don't know if it still has that like cultural touchstone, like you said,
Yeah. It'd be
everything's so
interesting to
instant
ask people
nowadays.
from a younger generation
Yeah.
if they've even heard of these books.
Yeah, but because like you said, everything's like on the internet now. It's
Mm-hmm.
video games, it's streaming, it's YouTube and
It's
all
viral
the horror.
clips on the
Yeah,
internet.
TikTok horror and
It's
all that
fucking
stuff.
Skibbity Toilet Riz,
Oh
Ohio.
God. So yeah, I do think ultimately this is a great step along the journey of becoming a true horror fan, becoming an
Mm-hmm.
adult horror fan, and it tested the limits when
Oh
I
yeah.
was young. It's some of these stories infected my mind, and I was legitimately terrified of
Mm-hmm.
like mostly the urban legends. But it sort of like informed me and who I was. It informed me on what makes me afraid, and it did, make me cautious and make me
Mm-hmm.
like in certain situations I was in, uh, I'm sure it helped me understand that like maybe the people I was talking to, like, the teenagers telling me like this shit, like, oh, this person's gonna murder you or something, like made me be like, oh, this is a dangerous situation. This is not
Mm-hmm.
something I should be in. I need to go to like tell my mom. I need to go
Yeah.
tell my parents. Uh, and books like this that expose you to the fact that there's bad out there can help you understand that as a kid. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it was important. It obviously affected me in some way, and for my part, the movie was very good,
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
We
I
didn't
think
even talk
that
about the
movie
movie.
could
It was good.
be, well, yeah, because we're talking about the book, but in short, the movie I think could be like the modern day bridging of the gap from like the
Mm-hmm.
Goosebumps to the more horror stuff because it was very effective. Had some like pretty good genuine like scares in it, but also for like young kids, for juvenile, for
Mm-hmm.
teens and bridging that gap so you can later get ready for the fucking,
The real
all
stuff.
the real rough stuff that horror
Ooh.
can do.
Yeah.
Well, that was that.
And this is this.
I want to say thank y'all for listening. If you like what you heard, hey, like always, download, follow, spread the word. Always helps. Tell your little group of friends huddled around the library table, looking at the scary stories,
Mm.
art, giggling to yourselves, getting
Mm-hmm.
scared, feeling like you're, pulling one over. The librarian doesn't know we have this. How did they even have this in the library? This must
You
have been a
sneaky,
mistake.
sneaky, sneaky.
Tell them that they can find the Show Dependent podcast, Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you listen. Follow the pod on Instagram, TikTok. It's at Show Dependent Pod. That is at SHO Dependent Pod. Myself,
Mm-hmm.
it's at Victor V Sweet on the TikTok on the Twitch.
Mm,
We'd be doing the wrestles. We'd be doing the shows. Gorgeous, where can you be found?
find me. Just sitting in the corner,
Oh boy.
thinking about spooky things. Looking
Yeah.
at Buddy, and I'm like, wow, we got a spooky cat.
Oh yeah.
We're pretty spooky people around here.
Is he up to something? Is he waiting for Martin to come?
He's gonna get us. He's gonna get
Oh
us.
boy.
You can also find me on Instagram at Celebrate Skin. That's CELL Abrate Skin.
There it is.
Your girl's working on it. Okay, I'm gonna be an SD soon, guys.
SD. Your
Besties
SD
with your
bestie.
SDs. All right.
In the
What are we
next one,
doing
save
next
this
time?
date on the next one. Write it down in like a little dusty tome. Put that kind of hide it under the floorboard so you have it ready. Next
Fair.
one, it's gonna be our final stop along this more young phase of our horror
Mm-hmm.
journey. Then we're gonna get into some real adult spooky stuff after
Mm-hmm.
that for the last couple days of spooky season. But the next one, I think another bridging of the gap, another another thing that 100% terrified me
Oh my
in certain
God.
aspects, certain
Mm-hmm.
instances as a child. It's a little animated show on Cartoon Network, very popular, I think, still today, or at
Mm-hmm.
least very well beloved by those in our generation.
Yeah.
A little pink dog goes by
Oh.
the name of Courage,
Mm-hmm.
the cowardly dog, but a very brave dog, if you ask me.
I think so.
Oh,
I'm excited.
the things I do for love.
He's so cute.
And to leave you off, we said the Her song earlier is pretty crazy, so we figured why not give it to you in full from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark here.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the Her song.
Do you ever think as the hearse goes by that you may be the next to die?
They wrap you in a big white sheet from your head down to your feet.
They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.
All goes well for about a week, then your coffin begins to leak.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout.
They eat your eyes, they eat your nose, they eat the jelly between your toes.
A great big worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach and out your eyes.
Your stomach turns a slimy green, and pus pours out like whipping cream.
You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you are dead.